Welcome. Today, we're diving into why our brains often lead us to make questionable choices and how we can actually fix that.
It's fascinating because we like to think we're rational, but most of our decisions are driven by shortcuts we don't even notice.
Right, like those cognitive biases. Which one do you think trips people up the most in their daily lives?
Probably confirmation bias. We're wired to look for information that proves us right and ignore anything that says we're wrong.
I see that all the time on social media. It feels like we're just trapped in these loops of our own making.
Exactly, and then you add social pressure to the mix. We're social animals, so the fear of being the odd one out is intense.
So we just go along with the group, even if we know the group's making a mistake? That's a scary thought.
It's called groupthink. It happens in boardrooms and friend groups alike because belonging feels safer than being right.
And then there's the emotional side. I know I shouldn't go grocery shopping when I'm hungry, but it's more than just that, isn't it?
Definitely. High arousal emotions, whether it's anger or even extreme excitement, narrow our focus and make us impulsive.
It sounds like our biology is working against us in the modern world. How do we start making smarter choices?
One of the best techniques is just slowing down. We need to move from that fast, intuitive thinking to a more deliberate process.
Is that where the idea of a premortem comes in? I've heard that's a great way to spot potential failures.
Yeah, you basically imagine a project has already failed and then work backward to figure out why it happened.
That's clever because it forces you to look for the flaws you'd usually ignore when you're feeling optimistic.
Another big one is the outsider perspective. Ask yourself what you'd advise a friend to do in your exact situation.
That makes so much sense. It's always easier to see the logic when you aren't the one dealing with the consequences.
It removes the immediate emotional weight. It's like you're looking at a map instead of being lost in the woods.
What about when we're overwhelmed by too many options? I feel like I get paralyzed just trying to pick a movie.
That's choice overload. The trick there is to set strict criteria beforehand so you can filter out the noise quickly.
So, limit the field before you even start looking. I can see how that would save a lot of mental energy.
It really does. Decision fatigue is real, and the more choices you make, the worse you get at making them.
It's a lot to keep in mind, but just being aware of these traps feels like half the battle won.
Awareness is the foundation. Once you know your brain's tricks, you can start building better habits to outsmart them.